Okay, so I was supposed to make like a serious video today and talk about music and life and stuff, but all I can think about is like studio gear right now because that's what I'm doing. That's what I've been doing pretty much this entire year since I've built this studio. I pretty much just built it with stuff I've had lying around. Some of the stuff was great. Like I just had like all my audio recording equipment just lying around on my computer lying around. So like okay, good. I have a good computer and good like audio equipment. But there's like other things that, I if I'm gonna run a studio, I should probably upgrade. Like right now, my speaker setup is really good. I really like it. They're these like vintage JBL 4311s, crazy good like vintage speakers, right? And then I pair that with, what are they? Electro Voice Interface 2, again like vintage speakers for like a secondary set of speakers, and they're great. I love them. They sound so nice. They sound so crisp. I don't deserve them, but I'm basically running those through like I'm sitting right in front of it, an old Yamaha like AV receiver, like the thing you get for your home theater to power these like studio speakers. These like super expensive uh, studio speakers. And actually, the story behind these are pretty cool. So, my neighbor just like texted me one day, and they're like, "Hey, we have these vintage speakers. Do you want them?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'll take them." They needed some repair, but I basically got these like in good condition for the most part speakers for completely free. These are like over $2,000, $3,000 if you're to buy them on eBay or something. So I'm extremely grateful for that. And repairs were like, I don't know, maybe $400, which is not bad considering the deal, right? I got the speakers themselves for free. But anyways, I'm running these like crazy speakers through just some crappy it's not crappy, it's okay, but uh it's a AV receiver for like a home theater. It's not made for music necessarily. And again, I just had this lying around, right? We used to have a home theater, and I used that. So we weren't using it, so I used that space, which is this space, to make a studio. And then I'm also using a subwoofer. It came in like a bundle with the amplifier and the speakers for the home theater. So I'm just using like the little subwoofer it came with. And I mean, it's okay. Like these speakers do most of the heavy lifting, but just to fill out that like low end rumble, I wanted a subwoofer. That's how I usually want to have my studio, anyways. But anyways, I've been rambling about that. Pretty much the entire day today, I was like researching on like, what should I get? What is like a good amplifier for these speakers that can also support like an external powered sub? And that was literally my whole day today. I ended up getting a Yamaha receiver, not receiver. It's a integrated amplifier, technically. But I just had a moment where it's like, I'm just looking at gear all day. Is this my life now? I mean, that's not entirely true. I did some other things today. I am obviously filming this video. I practiced this part I need to record for my album, like singing. And I also did some planning, I guess, on how to implement like a speaker amplifier instead of a AV receiver. Which I mean, it doesn't change much. It just means that I don't have HDMI. I can't like plug my Xbox or whatever into my computer or something like that. Not computer. I meant monitor. I know what I'm talking about, you guys. But then again, also like this receiver has like a built-in crossover for the sub, which the integrated amp doesn't have because it's an integrated amp and not a receiver. So now I'm thinking like, do I go signal path from the computer to the sub, which has its own crossover, into the amplifier, or do I just like say screw it and not use any like what is it called bass management and just like have these go full range and have the subwoofer do like I don't know, like 80 hertz and below. Because if I do that, then I have a CD player that gets to use the sub, and that'll be nice. But if I don't do that, then the CD player is going to bypass the sub because it's not plugged into it at all, and just go straight to the speakers. But it's fine maybe because, again, these are really nice speakers, and, that's where my head hurts at that point. And when it comes to gear, like I try to be mindful of how much I'm spending because I'm already gonna be spending a lot, so I don't want to have to like buy a separate mixer just to integrate the sub with the CD player and cassette deck. because again, like these are really good speakers by themselves. Any CD that I pop in will sound good with these speakers. So then it's like, why do I even need a sub, right? But no, I like to have the sub for when I mix, because then I can really like feel the impact of the low end and what I'm doing to it. But then it's like I do a lot of my mixing in headphones anyways, because that's just what I am used to. Before I had this like nice acoustic treated space, like I just use headphones because I don't want to deal with acoustic treatment, and I just wanted to have headphones to mix good. Because of course, as you know, if you don't have good acoustic treatment in a room, doesn't matter how nice your speakers are, they're gonna sound slightly more garbage than they are. But you know, like I have money to spend, I guess. I've been really good about saving my money the past like 4 years or so. Uh, and so now I can use it and invest into things that actually matter for my life. But even then, like before I get all this fancy stuff, I feel like I still need to get some essentials. Like I have microphones, I have good microphones, but I need like mic stands. I need some more cables. I need some, I don't know, some more like monitoring headphones for people to record in. I mean, none of which are like super expensive. I would maybe guess like that's at the most $300, which again is not like a small amount of money. $300 is not cheap, but relatively speaking, like the amplifier I got it used on eBay because I like to get used stuff. Because again, I'm mindful of what I spend, and also it's like it's probably just better to buy used anyways, given that it works. Because it just is like, okay, well, it's gonna go in the landfill otherwise. But like, I also want this gear to last, right? I'd be happy to spend $300 on my miscellaneous assortment of mic stands and cables and things. If I can use them for like 10 years, like I would easily spend $300 on that. And the same thing goes with like my speakers, amplifiers, just recording equipment, preamps, whatever, microphones. I want it to last for pretty much my whole life if I can pull that off. I feel like so much stuff in recent years has been like made to crap itself after like 4 years, and that's kind of generous. 4 years, oh my god! Like my phone, I don't even know what phone it is because I don't really care, but it's an iPhone, and I got it maybe a year and a half ago, and the battery's like already crapping itself, and I'm like, why? I just got this. I literally just got this a year and a half ago. Like that's nothing. That's like a toddler. That's not even a toddler. That's like an infant still. But then you see, like in front of me, I have my CD player I got from eBay for like $40, and I got this cassette deck for $10 at the thrift store. All of like these are at least the cassette deck. I think that's from the '90s. Cassette. Sorry, the CD player is probably from early 2000s, but they work perfectly fine. Like the cassette deck too. It's like it's not the fanciest thing in the world, but like it plays back at the correct speed after all these years. And I mean, I don't have it up here right now because I don't have anything to plug it into, but we have a VHS player just sitting in that other room in storage, and I tested it out just to like see what happens. But that thing's older than me. That's like 30 years old, that thing, and it works perfectly fine. It works amazingly, actually. And I guess the unfortunate truth of that is just, you know, you get what you pay for. If you're gonna buy like a $100, I don't know, amplifier or whatever for your speakers, it might not do you as good for as long. Uh, it might not. It might just, but it might not as well. So I guess that what I want to say is be intentional about the things you get. I mean, I don't know. When it comes to studio stuff, obviously, like studio stuff, excuse me, it's just expensive, dude. Everything is too expensive, honestly. But then again, you know, you get what you pay for. So I hope that these things that I'm getting are gonna last me like years and years, like 10 years at the very least. Oh my god, if it doesn't last me at least 5 years, I'll be mad. But yeah, that's I guess kind of my idea behind this whole studio is like, I want nice stuff, not only because I want nice stuff, but because I want it to last. But, you know, at the same time, I've been, as I say, rocking what I've got. Or I say, like, rock what you got, right? But I've been doing that just with stuff literally, like I said, just lying around my house. Or just people that I know, hey, can I have this? Can I buy this off you? And that's what I've been doing. And, I mean, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. But, you know, some things they just got to be upgraded. It's due time. This receiver I'm keep staring at, like, right in front of me, it's over 10 years old. and we did not take good care of it when we had the home theater. Like, we just left it on, like, all the time, no matter what, pretty much. So I'm sure, like, some of the components are partially cooked, instead of, being nice and pristine or whatever. But, I guess that's that. So I have no clue what I talked about. I hope this was entertaining, at the very least. What just happened? Okay, I'm out. Peace.